Hello, have you sown your carrots yet? Are you sowing them in pots like me? Well, we're in the middle of June now. If you look on the reverse of these packets of carrot seeds, you'll see that we can be sowing carrots through June and July. So if you've sown some, is it not time you sowed some more? And if you haven't sown any, it's about time you got cracking. Let's talk about sowing carrots in pots. Okay, there are a few do's and don'ts about this, and I'll just run through them with you very quickly, and I'll show you where I am so far this year. Okay, if you're going to grow carrots in pots, the carrot can only grow to the limitation of the pot. These pots are 10-inch pots, so I don't expect to get carrots out of here 12 inches long. It's totally impossible. Okay, and if we look at the back of some of these packets of carrot seeds, we'll find out that this packet of Kingston carrots contains, let me see, where are we at? It should tell me how many seeds this packet contains, approximately 250 carrot seeds. Kingston, that pot would never grow that number of carrots, so there's far too many carrot seeds in there, but there's things we can do with that. And these pelleted seeds, these Grow Shower pelleted seeds, Nando, that's a Nance type carrot. There are 300 in that pack. So far too many seeds for that pot. Certainly enough seeds for several pots. And this particular one, this Autumn King, there's 1,600 carrots in seeds in there. So that's, you know, what we've got to do is we've got to decide how many seeds we're going to put in a pot and stick to it. If we put too many in, we'll get loads of thin, scrawny carrots, and they'll be neither use nor ornament. You want some decent carrots out of this pot, so you've got to manage your expectations. Okay, so say for example, I don't know, let's say this packet of seeds has 200 in it, and we look at a 10-inch pot and we say, well, the best I'll ever do out of that is probably 50 or less than 50, but let's use a figure of 50. Okay, we've got 200 seeds. Pour them out on the kitchen table, use a credit card, divide them into 2 equal piles. That 200 is now giving you 100 and 100. Break a 100 in half, and now you've got 50 and 50. So now you've got a pile of 50 seeds that you might want to sow into this pot. You might want to divide it down again and make it 25 seeds, but at least you're making a conscious effort to sow this pot thinly, because that's one of the secrets of growing carrots in pots. The seeds need to be sown thinly. If you overcrowd the pot, you'll get a poor result. Okay, now there's ways and means of doing this, and I'll show you how I do it. But before I do that, put some effort into your compost. Get a decent seed compost, and any sort of potting compost, and put it through a garden riddle like this, just to make sure there are no lumps in it. Take the lumps out. You may want to incorporate some sand into it to make it a bit lighter, but make your compost nice and open so that the carrots are not going to hit any obstructions as they grow. Okay, fill the pot to that sort of level there. Fill the pot to that sort of level there with your compost. Okay, this is just a piece of plastic netting that I've cut with scissors that sits on top of that compost like so. Okay, that gives me a nice grid pattern. Now this can go indoors, on the kitchen table. Take your time with it. Do it in a shed, do it in a greenhouse. Take your time and drop the seed in each of those squares, or every other, or every third, whatever, but it will give you a pattern of seeds on the top of your compost that are equally spaced. Take this off, get some more compost and just riddle it on, or if you don't have a sieve, you can actually put gloves on and do it between your hands. Okay. Now these things are going to need some moisture, and they're a small seed, so we avoid watering cans at this point in time. When you first fill the pot up with compost, spray the surface and get the surface nice and wet. Then put this on, then pop your seeds in, then take this off, then top it off with compost, then spray it with some more water, put a ticket in, and then you know what you're doing. Okay, I think you'll agree that those guys are quite well spaced. They're not going to be overcrowded. In fact, they look quite sparse, but bear in mind I'm looking to grow a reasonable eating carrot here, so this pot will be full. If all those boys come to be a full-size carrot, that pot will be full. Now I'll just show you what I mean. I'll bring a pot into the picture of carrots that have been growing now for 2 months. Okay, I'll just pop this over here. I will pop this into the picture. Okay, this is actually a carrot called Trevor. It was a pelleted seed. These are the earliest carrots I've set off. I'll just tip into the camera, and hopefully you can see that there is some space in there between those carrots. They're not closely packed, and hopefully that'll allow them to grow to maturity. Okay, but they won't be a foot long when they come out of here. They can't be. The pot's only 10 inches deep, and there won't be hundreds of them because I didn't sow hundreds of them. I've sown significantly less than that. And so what we hope to get out of this, we're not looking to feed the 5,000. We're looking to feed ourselves and maybe a partner for 1 meal, maybe 2 meals, and that'll be it. And another tip I would give you about growing carrots in pots is that when you take them all. There'll be no need to thin them out. You've already done that when you've planted the seed. So when you come to take these carrots, take them all, empty the pot, because that's the point in time where you're going to let carrot fly in, if carrot fly is going to get in. Okay, empty them all out. Take the pot away from any other carrots that you might have growing in the garden and empty them out, so that if you crush some of the stems or break some of the carrots, or just in the action of taking them out, release a carroty smell into the environment. That's what the carrot fly homes in on. It homes in on the smell of carrots. So if you were to start and try and thin these out, you would crush stems as you pull them out. You'd put that smell in the air, and that's when the carrot fly would come calling. So by growing them in pots, growing them thinly to start with, so there's no need for thinning out, and then taking the whole pot in a wanner, hopefully that'll defeat the carrot fly. Right, and we'll be having a look at this in possibly, I don't know, a month's time. We'll see what we get. Okay, I hope this little video's giving you some encouragement and giving you a wee bit of constructive advice. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.